What's up, guys? Hedge Card Manager here with another UFC unboxing video. We have two boxes to open up. One is, they're both the same. They're 2022 boxes, and the last one was 2023. I don't think I mentioned that. And the other thing I messed up on is I pulled this Yair Rodriguez card, and I saw the cowboy hat, and I called it Cowboy Cerrone. I didn't even look to see that it wasn't Cowboy Cerrone. Why would it be Cowboy Cerrone unless he's not fighting anymore? And he's been retired for a long time, so I should have caught that. But I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that omission there. It comes with 15 cards per pack, 6 packs for each box. So we got 12 packs altogether. We have Masvidal, Chimaev, Pena, and Usman on the cover. So that's pretty cool. And without further ado, we will get right into it and see what we got here. The last box of UFC cards was pretty good. I like UFC, and I'm a big fan, so I was pretty happy with that. I don't know all the fighters. I don't know I don't know her. But yeah, speaking of Yair Rodriguez, who I misspoke for Cowboy, we got Cowboy Cerrone. That's awesome. Old man Cerrone. He looks old in that one. But that's pretty cool. Big Cowboy Cerrone fan. Josh Emmett. Michael Chiesa. Got the champ. We got the champ. That's a pretty cool card. The Bullet. Valentina. All right, Charles Oliveira. That's a cool card. Crunch Time. Looks like a cereal box. That's pretty cool. Big Nog. Coming in strong with Big Nog. That's interesting. Jeremy Stevens. Didn't see that one coming. I don't know if these cards, if Cowboy, and it's 2022, so I don't know. I guess they didn't retire. I'm not really sure. I'm not really too sure on how all that works. But that's fun nonetheless. I know more of the older fighters than some of the new fighters, But here we go. We got another champion. Zhang Weili. The first Chinese champion. That's pretty awesome. She's a lot of fun. Shogun Rua. Michael Chandler. Anthony Smith. Jorge Masvidal. Gamebred. That's a good one. Gilbert Burns. Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate was my favorite female fighter. I was a big fan of Miesha when she was in Strikeforce fighting Ronda. I thought Miesha had a chance. Doesn't really look like Miesha at all. Huh. That doesn't look like Miesha. I gotta check that out. It doesn't look like Miesha at all. Interesting. Not really sure. Retro series, we have the original GOAT, the first champion, the first UFC champion, Royce Gracie. Max Holloway, that's a cool card. Chris Weidman, the All-American. Jessica I. Felice Herring. And the Pitbull. The Pitbull, Andrei Arlovski. Pretty awesome. That was a nice pack. I think Andrei Arlovski still might be fighting. That's insane. That guy, he's been around since like the beginning. He famously wears the fangs with his mouthpiece. That's pretty cool. The California kid. California. Ooh, Black Beast. Derek Lewis. He just fought. He just had that Brian Ortega. Is that Ortega? Ortega. So Black Beast, Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson was great, man. I think Tony Ferguson might be the greatest fighter to not. I guess he won an interim belt, but to not be a champion. That guy was so good. Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy's awesome. All right, and then we got Marvels. We got Jan Belachovic, and he's a really good fighter. That's probably a pretty good card. Leave that one there. Geoff Neal, Greg Neal, Gunnar Nelson. Gunnar Nelson, most notably known for being Conor McGregor's teammate. He was promising. And yeah, I always like to talk about the speculation and the value and things like that of cards. I know that's a fun, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people do trade cards. Some people do it to collect. Other people do it to try to flip and try to make money and things like that. So you never know. You never know if the guys, you can guess and you can think Gunnar Nelson had a lot of hype behind him, for sure. So sometimes the guy pans out, and then sometimes it's a bust. Holly Holm. She famously was the first person to beat Ronda Rousey, but I'll take a Ronda Rousey card over Holly Holm. I collect Ronda Rousey cards because I think in the future, here's Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz was the most dominant champion at 135 pounds for a long time. Will his card trade in the future? I don't think so. I think Ronda's will. Here we go, commentator card. That's Laura Sanko. That's kind of a cool card. It's the first female announcer. She used to fight too. Yeah, here we go. Khabib walkout card. That's cool. John Jones. Kind of mad at John Jones right now. He pulled out of another fight. I don't know, man. I always say I collect legends, and will we see another fighter as good as John Jones in the UFC? Probably not. So that means collect his card, at least for my strategy of what I do. That is what I should do. But I just get frustrated with the guy. He pulls out of fights. He pulled out of another fight. I know, I get it. He got injured. I saw the video. I don't know, man. I get it. If he really did pull his pectoral, then I guess, he really is injured. But I don't know. I mean, he does it so many times. He's done it at least 4 times that he's pulled out of main event. So how am I going to get excited about watching him fight? It just gets old. I don't know. Dominic Reyes. A lot of people think Dominic Reyes beat John, and then John goes up to heavyweight, and so John is, there we go. This is, speaking of John, that's probably a good card. Anthony Smith. Bryce Mitchell. Here we go. See, I didn't know cards like this were going to be in here. I didn't know the retired guys. Because, George was way retired by the time these came out. And this Dane in the background putting the belt on George. Try to get it to be focused here. Ed Herman, short fuse. That's a guy back from season 3 of The Ultimate Fighter. Short fuse. That's a nice pack. And that was Barboza. Edson Barboza, who has a awesome highlight reel heel kick knockout. That guy has probably one of the fanciest knockouts I've ever seen in the UFC. Oh, his future champ, or former champ, Usman, Carl Usman, Poirier, Peter Yan, Yair Rodriguez, Conor McGregor. All right, Conor. I like Conor. I wasn't the biggest fan right away. I didn't dislike him or anything like that. I just didn't think he was that good. I saw the interview where he was eating blueberries on Ariel's show, and I was like, I don't know if this guy's that good. He's saying he's good. There was a guy named Brandon Vera, and Brandon Vera said that here's Masvidal. That's a cool card. Here's another Charles Oliveira card. So he had said his nickname was The Truth. Daniel Cormier. That's a good card. And another big nog card. Cub Swanson. He was good. He had said that he was fought at heavyweight, and he was a small heavyweight. He only weighed like 220 pounds, and he said, I'm gonna go down to light heavyweight and get the belt as well, and I'm gonna be a 2-belt champion. And he didn't do it, and it turned out to be a bust. And then everybody started saying that. Everybody said, "Oh, I'm gonna be a 2-belt champion." And then of course Conor did it, and but before he did it, he said he was gonna do it. And people were like me, were like remembering Brendan Vera being like, I don't know, man. The first guy he fought was a guy named Marcus Brimage, and Marcus Brimage had beat. Just going over a few of the winning circle here, some of the better cards. So that's the end of the packs here. So not bad. I got some nice cards here. I'm very happy. Definitely going to be keeping some of these. As always, I put a lot up in the eBay as well, so you guys can nab these super cheap because I just don't have the space to be having boxes and boxes of cards. So anyways, Conor had said that, and so when he's going into his first fight against Marcus Brimage, Marcus had knocked out on the Ultimate Fighter TJ Dillashaw, and I was a huge fan of TJ. I just thought TJ was really good, so I didn't think Conor was going to be able to get 2 belts at the same time. I was like, there's just no way, and he did it. He did it. He went out and got 2 belts. So good for Conor. I think Conor will go down as a legend. I think that is a card that you wanna go after if you're going after MMA cards for the future. You know, Conor, Ronda, and Brock Lesnar. Those are the cards I'm collecting. I might collect a few John Jones cards. I might not though. I'm not really sure. I have some now. I didn't have any before. I was kind of debating. Bruce Leroy. I like him. Just kind of go over a few of the ones that I might have missed. Here's another John Jones. So, you know, my only knock here my only take on John is, you know, just the pulling out of fights. That it just bugs me. I don't know, man. You're scheduled for a fight and then you don't fight, and you do it a lot. That is making me think that you're doing something. You're dodging people. Like you fight Dominic Reyes and then you don't rematch him. He might have beat you. You know, a lot of people were thinking that Volkanovski beat Islam Makhachev. Well, Islam Makhachev rematched him and he head kicked him and knocked him out. So here's Tony. So, you know, Brian Ortega. Black Beast. So yeah, so that's kind of that kind of wraps up this box. I guess we'll do the second. We'll do the those are the better cards from this box. So not a bad box. A lot of fun. We have one more box. So yeah, I'll do that one as well in this video. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it on another video, but yeah, we'll do it on this one. I think I'm going to save one pack to do it on the shorts. I do some openings on short videos, so I'm going to save one pack. I'll just do it random. I'll just feel through it. I don't know if it feels a little thicker. I don't know if I don't know exactly what we're looking for, if we're looking for parcels or looking for autographs. I didn't really read this box. I guess we should do this is a Don Russ debut edition, 2022. Not sure what they got Blaster exclusive laser parcels, so you know, it looks like those crunch time cards and things like that are the specialty cards from these. But here we go. Let's get into it again. you go, another Conor McGregor. That's awesome. I'm glad I got two. I can keep one and let one go. Dominic Reyes. We'll start a little winning circle. We'll put Conor over there. Here we go. The champ. Rose Namajunas. I like Rose. Rose is awesome. She's a really good fighter. Big fan. Yeah, the Iceman. Chuck Liddell. Yeah. Chuck used to throw this overhand right punch. Tisa Torres. He used to throw it like he was throwing a baseball bat. It's really cool, fun to watch. He would whip it like he's pitching a fastball. And he used to knock guys out unconscious. And then he started getting knocked out like all the time, which was sad. But it happens. Nate Diaz. Justin Gaethje. Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall had a spinning back kick on The Ultimate Fighter that Dana was raving about. And then never really did that great in the UFC. Win some, lose some. Move these so it's less blurry. Is that the champ? Yeah, that's Valentina. Shevchenko, the goat. Not the goat. The bullet. Dominic Cruz. Alexander Volkanovski. I thought that was Randy Couture for a second. You notice how you never see Randy in any of these things? That's because the UFC doesn't like him. Is that Stipe? Yeah, Stipe. That's a cool card. Another Bruce Leroy. Another Daniel Cormier. 2 belts. That's a cool card. Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson is a good fighter. Zing Wei. Wei Li. I always call her Wei Li. Shogun. Shogun had a brother named Ninja. Here's a Stipe. Roxanne Modafferi. Roxy. She might be the first women's fighter. She dates herself back to possibly being the first woman to fight in MMA. There might be others that say they did it first, but Roxanne Modafferi has a good case for that. She's been doing it back when Gina Carano and what's her name? Cyborg. Christina Santos. We're doing this, George. Another George. Yeah, so I always put up a bunch of these on the eBay. Put like 4 cards and lots, and let me turn it this way. It was that Daniel Bart. How do you say his name? Daniel Darabush. Kalina Cruikshank. Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou just had the boxing match. We got Ngannou. There we go. He did the thing that Randy and Tito and BJ Penn did where he took the belt and he left. He left with the belt. Dana White does not like when you do that. It kind of screws up the sport when you do that. But, he did it, and he went over and fought, what's his name? And Tyson Fury, and had the boxing match. I didn't really think the fight was all that great. I thought Tyson Fury was fat and out of shape, and I've seen Tyson Fury do that before, where he got really fat and out of shape and then took a fight and looked terrible. And that's what I thought I was watching in there. And everybody wants to rave about Ngannou's performance. And all right, yeah, I guess you knocked him down. Good for you. I mean, you didn't knock him out. And he looked terrible. He looked fat. So here's Islam Makhachev. That's a good card. I don't know, man. He looked fat and out of shape. Tyson Fury can get really big. He can get up to 200 pounds. So here's Usman and Covington. That's a cool card. Here's a Mark Coleman. Alexis Davis. Michelle Watterson. The karate hottie. The ring card girl turned fighter. So one pack left. I'm going to save one for a short video. If you check that out, I'll open that one on the short video. And the last one, so we got Cerrone. We got Emmett. We got Holly Holm. We got Dan Hooker. My favorite fighter of all time is probably Matt Hughes, but it goes back and forth between Matt Hughes and here's John Jones. It goes back and forth between John Jones and BJ Penn. I just liked both of those, like their rivalry. I lived in Hawaii for a while, so then I started really liking BJ. But I like Matt as well. For no really particular reason. Here's Khabib, takedown card. That's cool. Rose, yeah, Marvels. We got a Rose card. That's awesome. I like Rose. I'm a big fan. OSP, Oven St. Preux. He gave John Jones a really good fight. OSP was really good. Ryan Hall. The guy who always looks like he just woke up from a nap. He always looks like he doesn't really want to be in there, or he just could care less. He's a jiu-jitsu specialist. Quite the jiu-jitsu player in there, which is super risky. But all right, last two cards here. Nothing crazy, but not a bad pack. So we'll go over a few of the good ones here. We'll go Rose. Go over the winning circle here. Khabib. Yeah. John. Dan Hooker. I'll put Dan Hooker in the winning circle. And Holly, put Holly over there. In the winning circle, former champ. Josh Emmett. Well, I don't know. Not really winning circle. Cowboy. Cowboy definitely winning circle. In my book, I mean, those are just people that I'll remember. And cards I wouldn't mind having. So that concludes those. And then, yeah, check out the short videos. And then, again, always check out Hedge Card Manager on eBay. And it's a great way to now cheap cards. So I'll definitely be putting lots of these cards up so you can grab them for $1. And you don't have to spend the $20. You know, you can just, for $1, you can get, you know, a lot of the good cards. I'll put them up on auction and things like that. So right now is the time to buy that you can get cheap cards all day for just a couple bucks. So yeah, feel free to check that out. All right, we'll see you next time.